Hey everyone, Jedi64 here, and welcome to episode 4 of Star Wars Skeleton Crew. In the last episode, our heroes managed to get the coordinates to Aden and escape the New Republic and jump to hyperspace. However, at the start of this episode, they come out of hyperspace and we see what appears to be at Aden, but it's not. We see the nebula gases that Kim talked about, which makes me think that this planet is in the same star system as at Aden. It's just Aden is so well hidden from the others that it was never destroyed and never found. They pass what appears to be a bunch of satellites surrounding the planet, which I think is supposed to be like the barrier, I think, but I'm not really sure. They land on the planet and everything's destroyed. Everything's gone and this is not at Aden. It looks exactly like at Aden, but it's not. It's basically an apocalyptic version of it. The kids separate from Jod and the droid, and they head to an old abandoned structure that appears to be been destroyed. They walk around a bit and find a statue. Now, this could be the supervisor or some other character, or it could just be a random statue, but I'm not entirely sure. But I feel like there might be some significance to this, but I'm not entirely sure right now. Anyway, they get discovered by the locals who are still alive. They're basically part of the Troik. They're like a tribe just trying to survive. It's like I said, this is like a Mad Max apocalyptic planet now. They take the kids to their leader and they basically are like, "Hey, listen, we'll take you to the ancient shrine that might have coordinates to your planet if you agree to fight with us." The kids, with being like too naive and not really understanding the significance, end up getting dragged into this war. Anyway, we see what appeared to be the enemy, and this looks like an old separatist tank, but I don't think it is, just because, like, it doesn't look like a separatist tank. Like, it has, like, some design elements that look like it, but it's not. And I have to say, I don't think these, like, two factions really are that big of a deal. Like, I don't think, like, it's, like, the most significant thing. So, like, it's not like we need to know a lot about them, but I kind of wish we got a little bit more in this episode about, like, hey, what happened to this planet? This planet, how was it destroyed? Why are there two separate factions fighting? Why aren't they working together to survive? And like, I kind of wish they explored more of this war a little bit better in this episode. Jod and SM33. Jod, like, SM33's memory banks keep malfunctioning, and he basically realizes that they are on at Akrim, a planet that is in the same star system as at Aden, but it's not at Aden, and it is extremely dangerous. Jod walks K. Yeah, it's hard to remember what the droid's name is. Just the pirate droid out of the ship, where he's trying to jog his memory to find out where the treasure is. Only they get surrounded by the enemy, and Jod is like, "You know what? Just shoot me." And it's like the funniest part of the whole episode. I just love it. Neil and the warrior teenager begin to become friends. Like, she warms up to Neil with his, like, kindness and stuff. Like, he's not, like, battle hardened. He's just a kid, and he, like, basically compares his planet to this one, being how it's like, yeah, our planet is nothing like this one. It's way more peaceful, and I really liked it. I feel like Neil got some character development. Like, he kind of was a bit of a spotlight character in this episode, so I liked that. Anyway, the kids get drawn out into the battlefield, and they're all scared because they're just kids. So anyway, they're like not wanting to fight, but then these warriors are just pointing their guns at them, being like, "Get out there!" So yeah, Jod buys the herd that one evil tribe stole from them, and he's able to get the kids back. And Firm is kind of like, "Thanks, Jod," and like I feel like she's starting to warm up to him a little bit. So after that, they then head to the Fallen Sanctum, which is basically the communication tower, which is exactly like the one on their planet. However, on their planet, no one is allowed to go up there, which makes me think that whoever this supervisor is not exactly a good guy. Anyway, they look for the coordinates at Aden. There's a bunch of pillars surrounding the area. However, all of the coordinates are intact except for the one that leads to their home planet. We then find out that the pirate droid was here before with his old captain, and he was ordered to destroy the coordinates. Firm gets upset and like begins to break down a little bit. Because again, they're just kids. Like I really like how they kind of just dived into that, being like, "Yeah, no, they're just kids at this point," and they're like just trying to get home. Of course, Wim is trying to comfort her, but she's like, "I'm not a droid. I just don't do what I'm told." And then she walks off. Then she realizes that SM-33's old master most likely ordered him to not remember at Aden. So she orders him to remember, and he remembers everything. And what he says is his old captain killed any of his crew who saw the coordinates and ordered him to destroy them. And then he told him that if anyone ever came poking around for the treasure, he was supposed to pull them apart limb by limb. So then he goes like full evil mode and just tries to kill the kids because like he's been malfunctioning and like his voice changes. He just keeps repeating the whole pull them apart. Like it goes full horror mode for a second, and I love it. Before he can kill the kids, however, Neil throws a rock at his head and he goes after him, but Jod pulls the off switch, turning him off. And the episode ends with Neil just fainting. So yeah, a lot happened this episode. I think in episode 5, they'll most likely take the coordinates that are on all the other pillars and just kind of search around these other systems in like maybe like a montage sequence trying to find the coordinates that Aden. We'll probably go back with the parents for a bit, see what's going on there, because I'm pretty sure, because like all the droids on the planet have like security cameras as heads, so like I think they're going to be under surveillance by whoever this supervisor is. And I think we'll most likely see the pirates in the next episode, just because we haven't seen them in a minute. So this episode was definitely the weakest, I think, of the whole series so far. It's not a bad episode, like it's good, but it's not as good as let's say the other ones. So I'm really looking forward to episode 5. We're officially halfway through the series. So I have to say I'm really enjoying Skeleton Crew. It is really underrated. Anyway, I hope to see you guys in episode 5, and I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far, and may the force be with you, and I'll see you in the next episode.